I found rock bottom in a fluorescent-lit parking lot, eating a gas station burrito at 2:11 a.m., staring at a text that said, "We're going in another direction." Fired, divorced, 35, and back in my old bedroom with the glow-in-the-dark stars still on the ceiling. And yet, the lesson that pulled me out is the one I'm handing you right now. It is never too late to rise. I'm Sarah. If you're 25 to 40, juggling career pressure, and trying to grow into the person you promised yourself you'd be, I see you. You're not behind. Work stress is widespread. Surveys and therapists are practically singing the same chorus. The calendar isn't your coach. Time won't save you, but it won't stop you either. And the night I finally believed that changed everything. 2 months before that parking lot burrito, I had a plan. I was managing ops at a mid-size company. Wedding on the calendar, health insurance, the kind of normal that helps you sleep. Then came the reorg and the, "We appreciate your contributions." Then came the silence at home, the arguments that started about laundry and ended with, "I don't think we want the same life." One cardboard box later, I was crashing at my mom's place with my high school trophies judging me from the bookcase. The air smelled like lemon cleaner and defeat. The worst moment wasn't losing the job or the marriage. It was the Tuesday the pharmacy cashier said it didn't go through. Behind me, a guy sighed. That small sound burned my face. I walked out with nothing but a printed coupon and a knot in my throat I couldn't swallow. I sat in the car and honest to God asked out loud, "Is this it? Did I miss my shot?" That night I drove deliveries until my back ached, then parked under those buzzing lights and started typing into my phone, "How to start over at 35. The search bar paused like it was thinking about my life. Then something weirdly gentle happened. A kid in the next car over was practicing piano in the back seat. Just slow scales, wrong notes. Try again, try again, try again. I put my head on the steering wheel and ugly laughed. It hit me like a sunrise. I'd been grading myself on a final I never studied for. Those scales were a life, not late, just learning. The turning point wasn't glamorous. I made a rule, 20 minutes every day, minimum. My non-zero rule. Non-zero reps build non-zero lives. I set a 20-minute timer and audited my own story like a project. What did I actually want? Not the Instagram version. My real answer? I wanted work that didn't depend on one boss's mood and a life that could survive a plot twist. So I ran 3 tiny experiments. I call it the career pilot. For 30 days, I tested 3 tracks. Operations consulting for small businesses, learning data analytics basics, and customer success for SaaS tools, because I'd done pieces of it before. I didn't quit everything and go all in. I just learned. 1 YouTube tutorial, 1 community college night class, 1 cold DM to someone doing that work, asking, "If you had to start from scratch in 90 days, what's day 1? Most people ignored me. 1 didn't. Her name was Anna, and she voice noted me on her lunch break. Start with small wins, offer value free once, then ask for a tiny paid outcome. That became my second rule. 1 brave ask per week. Coffee with a stranger. Feedback request. Micro pitch. Meanwhile, I built what I call a re-entry map with 3 lanes. Money, skills, body. Money. Stabilize with anything honest and short-term. I kept delivering. But I time-boxed it so the gig work didn't swallow my future. Skills. Stack 1 marketable skill with proof of work, not a certificate to collect dust, real artifacts. I used free data sets and built 2 simple dashboards in a week, rough, but mine. Body, walk 20 minutes, water, sleep before midnight twice a week. Not sexy, but the body is your battery. No battery, no comeback. There were setbacks. The day a mentor canceled on me after I ironed a shirt I couldn't afford to dry clean. The week I bombed a practice interview and cried in the Target parking lot because I had to return a dress I bought for a future me that hadn't arrived yet. But then a bakery owner took me up on a tiny ops audit. I tightened her delivery schedule and saved her 2 hours a day. She paid me $150. When that payment hit, it wasn't just money. It was a new identity forming. I'm useful. I can create outcomes. I kept stacking non-zero wins. 20 minutes became 40. One brave ask became a weekly ritual. I sent a brief to a startup founder with 2 ways she could reduce churn. She said no to the project, yes to an introduction. That intro turned into a contract. 3 months later, I had 2 clients, enough to move into a studio with floors that creaked in a friendly way, and a stovetop that worked half the time. Progress, not prestige. I traded titles for competence. Here are the things that actually moved the needle, woven into the story, but let me make them plain, because I want you to grab them and go, lower the bar to clear it. Design the smallest version of progress you cannot skip. My non-zero rule beat my perfectionism every time. 20 minutes counts. Pilot, don't pivot. Test 3 paths with tiny experiments. Look for energy and evidence, not applause. Keep what works. Drop what doesn't without a drama speech. 1 brave ask per week. DMs, emails, hallway chats. Ask for feedback, not favors. Make it easy to say yes. Offer value first. Build a re-entry map. Money, skills, body. Protect your baseline, stack 1 skill with proof of work, and charge your battery daily. System over streak. If you miss a day, get back to non-zero tomorrow. No shame spirals, just reps. The triumph wasn't a before and after montage. It was waking up without that cold panic in my chest. It was hearing my mom say, "You look lighter." It was the first time I negotiated my rate without apologizing, and the quiet joy of buying my own coffee maker and realizing I didn't have to count pods. A year in, I wasn't viral. I was viable. And that's the point. The rise is built in the unglamorous, compounding corners of your day. If you need a few lines to carry in your pocket, tape these to your mirror. It's never too late to rise. Non-zero wins beat 0 perfect plans. Lower the bar to clear it. Progress over prestige. If you want tools, I dropped the habit tracker I used and the book that sharpened my systems, Atomic Habits, in the description. Not a magic pill, but a reliable compass. This is your motivational story and life lesson in one. The calendar doesn't decide your capacity. Your daily choices do. So here's your invitation. Pick 1 lane, money, skills, or body, and give it 20 minutes today. Send 1 brave ask before you sleep. Start your career pilot this weekend. Comment Rise if this is your day 1. Like, subscribe, and tell me which tiny experiment you're running this month. I'll be in the comments cheering you on, because the moment you realize you're not late, the clock turns from an enemy into a witness, and it's about to watch you rise.